Spigen has multiple next-gen iPhone cases, including Slim Armor, Neo Hybrid, Air, and, well, Tough Armor, which is what I'm going to be talking about today. It comes in 4 colors: smooth black, gunmetal, satin silver, and champagne gold, which is the one that I currently have on my phone. This case runs for $34.99 on Spigen.com, but if you head on over to Amazon, you can actually get it for less than $20, and I'm going to link that for you down in the description. So let's take a look at the design. This case is absolutely stunning, and I really love the way it utilizes the color of my phone. Since I have the gold iPhone, it really goes well, especially with the champagne gold version. It just really goes so well together. I cannot emphasize that enough. I really love it. No matter what color iPhone 6 or 6 Plus you have, the 4 color cases that are offered are really perfect. They just complement so well, whether it be the same actual color or it's just a complete opposite that really just makes it look awesome. And the black that goes around the corners really makes it work so well. Now, taking a look at the back of the phone, one major point I do want to make is that there is a circular cutout which shows off the back of your phone, and it just so happens to be meant to show off the Apple logo, but it works so well in bringing out the color of your phone. A lot of cases will just hide the color of your phone. Basically, all that time you spent deciding which color you want to get goes to waste because you don't even know what color the back of the phone is. But this case utilizes it perfectly, especially for people that have the gold and decide to get the gold because it just looks so damn good. I'm just gonna keep saying that, but it really looks well. I'm not a big fan of cases like the OtterBox, the way it cuts out the iPhone, and it just looks a little cheesy, but on this case it really came together nicely, and I really like the way it's stroked with the black sort of color, and it just makes it look really nice. So taking a look at the bottom of the phone, the cutout for the speakers, the lightning connector, and the headphone cable, well, it's not really the biggest cutout ever, but the website does say it works with various products like Beats, which I don't know why you have Beats, but it also claims to work with certain third-party connectors and such. I personally only use a third-party charger next to my bed every night, and it seems to work perfect, and I'm pretty sure it's an Insignia cable if you guys are interested, but it doesn't look to be the biggest cutout ever, so just be aware just in case if you do have a pretty bulky adapter. So taking a look at the back of the phone yet again, you're going to notice in each corner there's actually a rubber lip. The purpose is that this will actually raise your phone from any surface it's placed on, and the point to that is that the polycarbonate back will not get scratched and, you know, different wear and tear and such, so you don't have to worry about damaging the beautiful case. So looking from the side of the phone, you're going to notice that the case really isn't that thick, which is really jaw-dropping for a lot of people considering the case's name is Tough Armor. You would think Tough Armor, okay, well, seems like it's going to be a big bulky case that's not going to let any damage happen to it at all, which just, you know, is understandable. But let me tell you, even though it is very thin, it offers a lot of protection, especially with the way I use my phone. It's very good when it comes to protection, and I really don't doubt it at all. It's not super thin to the point where you're like, is this even a case? It's like, wow, that's the perfect amount, and I really believe it is the right amount of thickness without being too much or too little. And it's just enough to solve the annoying protruding camera problem. Now, I always talk about how much it annoys me that the camera on the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus protrudes, but I understand that it's not going to scratch and so on and so forth. I just don't like when I put my phone down and it's naked, I feel like I'm destroying the camera lens. So this case is perfect. Obviously, the rubber lips will also help raise it, so it's not that big of an issue, but the case itself encloses sort of the camera from even touching the surface, so I have no problem putting my phone down because I know it's not going to damage it in any way, shape, or form. Now, I do want to mention that this case actually has 2 layers. On the inside, it's very soft. It's just a very flexible material, but on the outside, the actual champagne gold is polycarbonate, and it actually comes off. I can't stand when a case has some material covering over something like the volume rocker, and when you try to press it, it's just not doing what you're telling it to do. But But I could tell you that the cover of these volume rockers are just amazing. The responsiveness is there. It does what you want it to do. I don't know about you, but so many cases that I use, I'll hit, up on the volume rocker and it will do nothing for whatever reason. But on this case, it's so responsive that it feels like, you're touching the actual button, which is what it should feel like. So when it comes to the grip that the case provides, it's really, really awesome. I love to use my phone naked time to time, but it's so risky with the iPhone 6 because I really feel like it's slipping and sliding out of my hand all the time. Not that I would let it go and smash onto the floor. It was just like, wow, I really don't have a good grip of this phone, and that's kind of scary. But with this case, it really provided that grip that I needed, and now I have no worries about it falling out of my hand, because the only way it's gonna fall out of my hand is if I let go of it. So that's really how it should be, and I'm really happy that the case provided that. I really like that the corners of the phone actually have some air cushioning. So basically, if you were to drop it and it would hit the corner, it will actually absorb it and disperse the force to save your phone from the damage. So it's really, really nice to know that a case that's called Tough Armor is giving you that protection. So just as I was talking about earlier, it may be thin, but things like the corners and so on and so forth really make sure you have that full protection. So overall, I'm not going to go too much more into this. I really like to ramble, but I think you guys have the whole idea when it comes to the case and what it has to offer and my pros and cons. So if you guys want to get it, again, I'll put the link to Amazon, less than $20. It's going to be down in the description for you. And I honestly didn't plan on reviewing this case. I never loved a case like this. I mean, it's just amazing how awesome this case is. I bought this case all by myself. This was not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. These all are my own opinions, and no one is paying me to say anything. I just love this case, and I thought you should know about it.